found friends.
I found sports.
I found my passion.
I found family.
I found my calling. I found a place to call home. Discover what you can find at Marietta by visiting marietta.edu today.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, Kim Jong-un arrives in Vietnam for summit.
And in Colombia, Vice President Pence announces new sanctions in Maduro.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Tuesday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Jessica Hill.
And I'm Landon Santini.
Topping our news this afternoon, Iran Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif offered an apology on his nation after a nuclear deal that was made began to collapse. He resigned suddenly and without warning Monday evening after his apology of his resignation is accepted. The president would be down an alley that supported the Islamic Republic working with the West. Before leaving, Zarif most likely spoke with Supreme Leader Ayatollah al-Khamenei, who previously supported the cooperation between the Islamic Republic and the West.
The Trump administration sent Pence on the Colombian capital to convince regional partners to stop their support of Maduro by freezing the oil assets controlled by him. The U.S. is appointing sanctions on 4 governors that are pro-government in an attempt to take down Maduro. The Lima Group signed a declaration that pushed for the International Criminal Court to see that Maduro's aid blockade was a crime against humanity and was seeking for help from higher authorities.
What could the weather be like out there today?
Here to provide a first look at the weather is George Riffle.
Hello. Looks like it's going to be 43, feels like 44, partly cloudy, high of 44 and a low of 26 today. UV rating low, so still wear your sunglasses though. Excellent air quality and pollen level low for any of you with allergies. 2 mile/hour winds with a humidity of 31%, sunrise at 7:03, sunset at 6:14. So hopefully it'll be a nice, beautiful day. Maybe we'll get a good sunset, not too windy unlike previous days. And yeah, I think we'll maybe send it back to the desk.
Thank you very much, George.
Appreciate you. And then here we go. So, Kim Jong-un touched down in Dong Dang, Vietnam early on Tuesday morning to meet President Donald Trump in a second summit concerning the nuclear program. Specifics of the summit were not released, but the goal is to disintegrate North Korea's vault of threatening nuclear program. Even though officials only had 30 days to prepare for the summit, they pulled everything together and provided airtight security.
Manchester is welcoming Ariana Grande back for the Manchester Pride Live event happening on August 25th. It's been 2 years since the bombing incident and 2 years since she returned for the memorial concert to commemorate the lives that were affected by the incident. Manchester is more than accepting her for everything she has done to help them through this incident.
And coming up next, a sunny storm, WV roads no good, teachers get cash, and 2 men, 1 trial.
We'll be right back on NewsCenter 15 after this.
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
HPV? Didn't know that.
And officials across the Mid-Ohio Valley have reported numerous power outages, which were a result of the excessive wind gusts on Sunday. In a statement by AEP Ohio, some 52,000 customers were without power as the powerful winds had broken tree limbs, causing power lines throughout the valley to be damaged. The wind gusts were said to reach up to 63 miles per hour, causing many crews to delay their services restoration efforts.
A report from West Virginia's Legislative Auditor's Office found the pending of the 10 division of highway districts located within the state have been considerably low when compared to the required amount for maintenance activities. In a statement by legislative author Aaron Allred, maintenance organizations within the district have spent less than 70% of the budget allotted for core roadway maintenance. These districts are comprised of 55 counties and 31 expressways within West Virginia.
Glenn State College is taking steps to help combat the growing teacher shortage within West Virginia. Teacher vacancies are said to have risen from 400 open positions in 2016 to a dramatic 700 in 2017. Glenville State is offering a homegrown program and scholarship funds to those pursuing a career in teaching and wanting to stay within the state. Students will get the necessary training and tutoring to become better equipped for their careers.
After 2 years of a homicide investigation in Somerset, Pennsylvania, 2 men have been ordered to stand trial. 24-year-old Devin Wyrick of Columbus, Ohio, and 26 Damson Washington of Johnston have been prepared to stand trial for charges of aggravated assault, kidnapping, and homicide of a 19-year-old Damian Stanishevsky and 32-year-old James Edward. Both individuals were reported missing in March 2017. Their remains were found outside the Comega Township months after their disappearance.
And coming up next, a fair dragon boats and a new state Liberty Board member.
We'll have this story and more right after the break.
And after the break, we'll have our 5-day forecast. So, see you then.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
major. You should get
Looking for a new hobby, have questions about weaving, knitting, quilting, and more, or just looking for that special item to add a charming touch to your home? A Fiber Artisans Fair will be held from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. March 9th at the Campus Martius Museum. The Fiber Artisans Fair is a relaxed, informal day that everyone in the family can enjoy. This is the opportunity to seek advice from other fiber artisan enthusiasts and share techniques and suggestions. Also, many artisans will offer items for sale during the event.
The Mid-Ohio Valley's Dragon Boat team, otherwise known as the Movin' Dragons, will hold their 8th annual pasta dinner and silent auction on March 16th from 5:30 p.m. at a new location, the First Congregational Church at 318 Front Street in Marietta. The Movin' Dragons is a group of cancer survivors, or as they prefer to be called, thrivers, and supporters who have come together for fitness, friendship, and fun. They have participated in a number of community activities, including rails and trails and ales, Riverfront Roar, the River Raft Race, the Betsy Mills Club Red Tent Winter Retreat, the Shamrock Classic, and the Washington County Relay for Life. They have also had the opportunity to travel to other cities for Dragon Boat festivals, where they competed in races with other teams from around the country. The team uses both their 20-person boat and their 10-person boat for more strenuous practices to train for races and more casual practices for those who want a more leisurely workout. Tickets for the event are $8 or $10 at the door and $4 for children age 5 and under. They can be purchased in advance from a member.
And on March 21st, Marietta native Alan Hall will be sworn in as the newest member of the State Library Board. Hall's first job in a library was at the Washington County Public Library in Marietta, where he started working when he was just a sophomore in high school. He's now about a month away from retirement after 49 years in the industry. His new appointment to the board is for a term throughout December 31st, 2020. He will serve at the State Library of Ohio, located in Columbus, which serves state government and other libraries and residents. It's a regional depository for the federal documents, Ohio state agency documents, while also providing reference services to state employees and legislators. Services to residents include general reference, research assistance, contributing funding to the Ohio Web Library online resources, and coordinating the Ohio Talking Book program for Ohio's blind and physically disabled residents. I am humbled to be chosen and excited to represent libraries in general, Hall said. And the award for entertainment goes to...
Let's find out. Here's Jared Ruffin with a look at today's Hollywood Minute.
Hi, I'm Jared Ruffin. After months of mystery surrounding the potential hosts, Hollywood's biggest night has come and gone. The 91st Academy Awards were handed out Sunday at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, with all 24 competitive categories presented on air during the telecast that produced milestone achievements for women and people of color. In the film industry, in the acting categories, Bohemian Rhapsody star Rami Malek won Best Actor for his performance as Queen frontman Freddie Mercury. In other news, this was the Academy's most female-centric ceremony to date, with a record 15 women winning across all categories. The case against Jussie Smollett is even stronger than the public knows, according to the Chicago police. Days after Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson came out strong against the Empire star, who has been charged with filing a false police report in a post-arrest press conference, Johnson went on Good Morning America to further speak on high-profile investigations, speaking to Robin Roberts, who conducted the first post-attack interview with Smollett. The superintendent said the investigation was is ongoing, and that the actor has the presumption of innocence, but that there's still more to come to light. there's a lot more evidence than hasn't been presented yet that does not support the version that he gave us, said Johnson. In Hollywood, I'm Jared Ruffin.
I'm so sorry. That was George Rifle. In case you can't tell, we're incredibly understaffed.
And thanks, Landon. And now we're going to go back to George for a look at the weather.
What does it look outside?
So you see on the west coast we've got some precipitation, and that's flowing kind of across the north of the U.S. all the way kind of into upper northern Ohio. Not really affecting us. We've got a bit of a storm front down in the south, in Florida, Louisiana, Alabama. Yeah, here we got our high temperatures across the U.S. Kind of temperate here in Ohio. You can see we're kind of on the verge of a low and high change. And here are our low temperatures. Once again, kind of we're in a fluctuating state. We've been, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, it's been getting kind of warm and then getting a bit cold again every week or so. So just more of that. And now we have our 5-day forecasts. Wednesday, a high of 57, low of 31, partly cloudy. So make sure you're wearing something warm. Thursday, high of 44, low of 31, cloudy. So we're kind of staying cool. High of 30, or a high of 52 going into Friday with a low of 39, 40% chance of rain, so wear a raincoat maybe. Saturday, high of 45, low of 23, 40% chance of snow, so be ready for that, be safe on the roads. High of 32, low of 19 on Sunday, so getting colder into the weekend definitely. 40% chance of snow. And so going into the weekend, it's going to be getting colder. I think going into next week as well, it's going to be cooling down a bit before it starts getting warmer again, going into next weekend. And we're going to bring it back to the desk.
Thank you, George. Excellent weather report, as always. And when we come back, Jessica Hill will have the latest from the world of sports.
We both will. Stay with us.
Cancer may be tough, but we are tougher. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Our game-changing research has led to the belief that the cures for cancer are in our blood. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Beating cancer is in our blood.
And now we're back with Jared Ruffin for a look at sports.
Is there any rough play going out there, Jared, today?
Well, guys, I mean, as we take a look, really, watching Dustin Johnson lope another victory in such a liquid power and touch, it's tough to see him with that invincible golfing force he is, as he showed in abundance with his 5-shot win and the World Golf Championship event in Mexico on Sunday. It was his second win of the year, having triumphed earlier in Saudi Arabia It was a different shot, but how it has been, and he had definitely been purchased in the closing stages. As we move to the world of baseball, making another move in an effort to keep their core players together, the New York Yankees agreed to a $7 million, 7-year contract with outfielder Aaron Hicks. Hicks' agreement added $64 million guaranteed money over 6 seasons and a club option of 2026 that could make it worth $81.5 million over 8 seasons. This is the organization saying, "I want to stay with," Hicks said during a team conference on Monday. The West just got wilder, and the Columbus Blue Jackets are going all in on their late season NHL layoff push. The Blue Jackets followed up their last week's additions of Ottawa forward Matt Duchene and Ryan Denzel by acquiring New York Rangers defensive man Adam McQuaid and New York Jersey goalie Keith Kincaid before Monday on the NFL trade deadline. These moves were overshadowed by a series of trades made by one of the top contenders in the Western Conference. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft visited Florida massage parlor on sex on the night before in the morning last month's AFC Championship game. Authorities say Monday in documents charging him with 2 misdemeanors on counts of soliciting prostitution. Kraft is one of hundreds of men charged in recent days as a part of a crackdown on prostitution allegedly occurring in the massage parlor between Palm Beach and Orlando. And that's it. Head back to the desk.
Thank you, Jared. And joining us at a desk for the look at the weather is George. What do we have?
So, like I said already, it's going to be getting cold into the weekend, so be prepared. Possibly snow going into next week. So be safe on the roads. Layer up. Yeah, all that fun stuff.
Driving in the snow is a beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, but at least it'll be great weather for tomorrow. And that's it for today's broadcast from all of us here at WCMO TV. Thank you for watching today and throughout the semester. We hope that you and your families have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.